Ugh. That's how these things always start out. Right, I really have nothing to say, but I'm still gonna do this. Man, I need to wait. This needs to be a weekly thing. It probably needs to be a fortnightly thing, because that's how long it takes for me to accumulate enough things to talk about. Because seriously, now I got no topics, no content. Where's my list? Oh shit, I didn't write a list. Oh well. No, I do have things here. Oh, these are things that I plan. I need to research them though. Oh no, that's another thing I have to do. Fucking research. God, what a pain in the dick. But at least I'm doing this before dinner. Before I eat my shitty, greasy meal. I can't wait. Before I even eat today. I mean now. I'd like to be drinking now, but I feel like it wouldn't be fair given the amount of time I've been awake today. I mean, to me it's basically 10:30 in the morning, even though it's actually 5:41. Hey, it's 5:41, the 7th of July, 2020, coming at you. It's the David Morgan Brown Experience. Yeah, boy. Episode, I guess it's either episode 4 or it's episode -7. But I think I'm going to go with 4, because the other ones, they need a bit of editing. I can already see this fucking episode needs some editing. There's a lot of, what's it called? Dead air? That's what this podcast should be called. I'm sure there's a podcast called Dead Air. If I type it in right now, I will find more than one. And if not, then I'm taking that name, because wow, what a self-deprecating name. How hilarious. No, it looks like there's one here. I'm going to start listening to it. I don't know what it's even about. I'm going to listen to it, and you can hear my reactions. Is it? Oh, fucking hell. I have to buy it? Buy a podcast? I mean, you should buy it. Spend $15 on a podcast the day, like 23 hours before it gets released for free. Then you're making money. But this one looks like one of those serial killer serials. A true crime podcaster. Yeah. I wonder how popular this is, because... Alright, great. I'm probably not going to listen to it. I have an interest in true crime, but I have an interest in a lot of things. I'm interested in all sorts of things. I'm a cultured man. I like my serial killers. I like my cereals. I like my cereals with an S. I like my serial podcasts about cereals and serial killers. That's what this podcast is going to be about. So for this podcast, I'm going to review the new Cocoa Pops flavor white choc. Just like a vanilla milkshake, only crunchy. Well, not really. I mean, a milkshake is way tastier. Oh, I guess if you have milk in it. But I did have milk in it. It's weird that people have cereal with milk. That's weird. And why do people not find it weird? I think there's just so many strange things out there in the world that we just accept, even if they're killing us. But this whole cereal thing, I mean, do you put Coke in your crisps? Do you get a bowl of crisps and pour some Coke on that? Pour a little bit of Fanta on there? Because you can't handle dry foods? The hell's with you? Do you just put milk on your bread just to soak it up? Put some orange juice on that? Some water? You put coffee? I guess people dunk their donuts in coffee. Well, that's nice. But imagine you had a bowl of like a donut or two and you just poured all this coffee over it. Well, I can imagine people are doing that. And you judge them, but you have your cereal with milk. Man, that's disgusting. I mean, who cares about cereal anyway? I mean, this new white choc Cocoa Pops is like okay, but I mean, I've had it for about a month and I'm only halfway through the fucking thing. I guess you get your money's worth. I forget how much I paid for it, but some people just blast through them because they're disgusting pigs. You know, I'm judging them. And I'm glad they're pigs because they get to die sooner. Turned them into pork chops. And I'm going to eat them. Oh, Christ. Now I see a clipping. Oh, it doesn't matter. I know how to declip now. I'm learning. But I forgot what I was doing in terms of effects on the last few podcasts, but whatever. Anyway, I really didn't want this podcast, and I mean not just this podcast, I mean this series of podcasts that it is I'm starting, to be about how little I know how to do a podcast, because boy, is that a fucking interesting topic to hear about. Or even hearing about me talking about how I don't want this podcast to be about podcasts, or hearing about me talking about how it's not good to listen to. Fuck, I've gone too many levels in. I broke my brain, and it's only 10:30 in the morning. in my eyes, in my brain, my brain. Oh man, well that's great. I should have drank before starting this. But like I say, morning drinking, I mean it's nighttime, but morning drinking, I don't even like day drinking. It's weird. Getting drunk, going outside, seeing the sun. What I didn't like was being high and drunk, and looking at the sun. Ugh. And then like people come over and you don't know them, and then you start really feeling weird, and then you go to bed early but you're not even tired. You're just feeling warm in your bed. What's with this uncomfortable scenario that I'm describing? I never want to be in it. Well, let me look at these podcast ideas. The one thing, oh god no, let's not talk about the podcast. I just want this to be funny. I'm trying to make it as funny as possible. Now I'm not even looking at my list of things to talk about. I'm looking at my list of things that I guess I need to do. Like I need to change my address on all these like different cards and so on. But I haven't done it yet. How long have I been living here for? Like over a month and a half. I still haven't changed these things. Fuck, I'm so lazy. If I'm lazy straight away in the day, then the rest of the day I'm going to be lazy. You know what? I'm going to do this right now. You're going to listen to me get a new driver's license with my new address on it. All right, fuck off this serial podcast. I need to know about the DMV changing my license. God, it's just going to be a headache. That's why I don't do things. I just don't like it. Oh, I did try calling up the DMV at like 4:15 or whatever. Like, yeah, just call them up, you know. What's with these places closing at 4? This is not what we agreed on. You close at 5. Why the fuck are you closing an hour earlier than we all expect? God damn it. This happened with a library the other day. I got there at like 3:50. I'm like, fuck, I didn't know this place closed at 4. 5. That's what we all agreed on. Why are you changing all the rules and the times are all changing? The times are changing. Oh man, yes, literally. Well, I had things to talk about, but I think I'm going to get really unfunny if I do. Maybe that's a problem, I don't know. Well, the one thing I want to talk about is, what I'm saying is, YouTube closed down another YouTube channel that I like, and that's absolutely nothing new. This has been going on since YouTube has been around. They've always, I mean, it used to be to do with, what'd you say? Well, we had the Fair Use Act, like copyright infringement, which wasn't true copyright infringement, was protected under the Fair Use Act, but you'd still get fucked over for it, and you still are. But at least if your channel's big enough and you make big enough a stink, you can manage to get through with it and still have your video monetized. I don't know about that. I don't know too much about that because I've never fucking had anything monetized over YouTube, but that's what I'm trying to do. That's the only job I can get now. I can't fucking deliver pizzas. I'm too old. They don't trust me, I guess. Fucking junior rates. That's a wage cap for you. What a bunch of bullshit. Anyway. But obviously now, it seems to be a bit more political. It's just what I'm noticing. Just a little thing I'm noticing. I don't know. Maybe it's something else. But this channel here, so it's Gavin McKinn's, his official YouTube page, which got closed down like a week ago, and he would just post the same videos there as he does on Censored TV, which is I guess you say the streaming website that he has, which is like a membership fee, paying $10 a month to get like all the access into that. So he has his own channel there, but he would like post the first hour of each show for free on YouTube. So that's what both of those channels were for. Now they're both closed. Censored TV got hit a few days, or probably a couple of days ago, because I just went there and it said, I want to read it exactly, like, you know, this is infringed the terms and conditions, blah, blah, blah. Alright, should come up. This account has been terminated for a violation of YouTube's terms of service. And I guess no one in the world, not even the owner of this YouTube account, is ever going to find out what that is. I mean, I've had videos taken down off YouTube before, and I'm like, why? It only has 7 views. Why? What is it? Are there protected classes out there in the world? I guess there are. Hooray! Like a minute-long video, I suppose, making fun of someone. Not someone specifically. Well, doesn't matter. I mean, once you put yourself out there and you're like a celebrity, yes, you can be made fun of. But yeah, as for this Censored TV, I believe... No, actually, I did read somewhere else. When the first channel got taken down, it was to do with because he had apparently, allegedly, I didn't even need to say this, but I'm not saying it for legal reasons, I'm saying it because it's actually allegedly, also bullshitly, that he was inciting violence in the protests and riot going on at the moment. You know, that whole thing, which is already fucking violent enough as it is. So that seemed to be the reason for the removal of the first channel. So that's a serious thing, right? And I haven't seen, including this channel, these 2 channels, I haven't seen anyone incite violence on any other. I mean, I'm sure there are people doing it, and it's all good. I think I heard about one guy doing it on, I shouldn't talk about it because I don't know which website it was. The Vox YouTube channel, like justifying riots and killing of children. But it seems I had been watching every episode of this. Really, not even really political. I wasn't really into the politics of Gavin anyway. I think it's just for entertainment value. Like, I just found it amusing. Just him and his producer, Ryan, who I think is even funnier. I just liked it. It was entertaining, that's all, and I don't think it was really like shaping my politics that much. If there was something they said that went against my politics, I'm like, oh, that's not right. that's not true, unless you're gonna, like, you know, lay out some stats, something like that. Try to convince me otherwise, and even still I gotta go do my own research. So yeah, I wasn't really being particularly radicalized, but anyway. No, like I said, like, I've seen all these recent episodes, all of the episodes, you know, that you're seeing for free on YouTube. And obviously there's a lot of discussion about the riots going on in those episodes. I didn't recall any incite to violence. I didn't hear a lot of that. In fact, I think I heard him say the opposite. I remember specifically he said, don't worry about these riots, chill out, and just, you know, rise up, not rise up, but like just wait for this to blow over, basically. That's really what he said. I mean, I wish I could take this video now, but whatever, I'm not trying to prove anyone anything. No one's listening to this anyway, and who cares? I'm talking into a bunch of fucking air, dead air. But that's really what he said, just really to chill out, get in the bath, seethe a little bit over it all, but to, like, what was he saying? This isn't the end of the US. Like, this isn't leading. I think it is, though. I think the USA is over now. Well, we're trying to make it better. I think there's just going to be poorer. The poorer communities will be poorer. That's how it goes. That's what we all want, isn't it? But that's what he said. So, I don't know, but I didn't hear anything that would be the opposite of that, which would be the violating the terms of service, which is to do with inciting violence. Then why remove them from YouTube? Gee, I think I'm going to get removed from YouTube soon just for saying this. Like, shut it down. Yeah, YouTube's really bad. Like, it really sucked when channels were getting taken down for the violation of the fair use. No, not violation. Well, obviously not a violation. Violation of copyright infringement. I'm doing air quotes right now. Dead air quotes. But the channels, they eventually came back. They were eventually able to appeal. They were able to, basically come back. But now, I'm seeing a few of these YouTubers now who are all on the same political spectrum, like, well, roughly. I mean, on the right, I suppose. On the right, but not particularly like far right. Because I think if you're far right or far left, you're in loony town and you start becoming prejudiced and you start being anti these people. You can be anti-establishment, whatever. But if you're anti whoever, oh, this is something else I wanted to get into. Oh boy, this is going to be fun and funny to talk about as well. But Gavin didn't seem to be particularly, like, a big difference between hateful and criticizing. He seemed to be criticizing a lot of aspects, mostly of leftist society. Okay, cool, that's fine. But yeah, it just seems like a lot of them have been taken down. I mean, this is obviously this isn't anything new I'm saying. And this is what I'm going to get into now. Another thing that I'm going to be saying, where it's like, yeah, I might as well just be saying the fucking sky is blue. There is air around us. The grass is green. I'm not a pedo. All these obvious things. It's like, hey, you know what, man? You want to know what I think? You want to know what I believe in, man? Tell you what. I'm not a pedo. That's right. Imagine that. Just wearing a badge that says I'm not a pedo. I think you should. I think that's going to be the next thing. It's being like, hey, controversial opinion, but I'm not a pedo. Not controversial, and not really an opinion either. You can't, well, I guess opinions aren't really, you can't just choose them, can you? Like, you can't choose to not be a pedophile, or to be one. It's like, oh fuck, I'm a pedo, whoops. I guess you could say to people, hey, I'm not an acting pedo. Anyway, I guess I was going to talk about ACAB. I was going to talk about a cab that had an ACAB sticker on it, and I thought, this is ridiculous. God damn it. Oh, that's something to be cut out. No, I saw someone on Facebook post that, and I thought, alright, I'll just imagine, like, you know, it was like a meme thing that had it all in. If anyone says that sort of thing, I just think I could put in any other group there except ISIS. You can say shit about ISIS. They are a terrorist group. There's a lot of, like, I think, look, here's another controversial opinion. I think that most cops, as in at least more than 50%, are cool and aren't destructive and aren't often acting out of line. I may be wrong. Look at the stats on that. Well, I think if that was the case, then there'd be a lot more deaths. There'd be a lot more police brutality. Because now it's just like one thing happened, and it's like, oh, fuck all the cops. Like, out of this, it really sucks that have this, like, a one situation like that of actual police brutality leading into a death. But how many police incidents and occurrences overall, well, let's just say with a, no, actually, fuck it, let's just say all of them happen every day. I don't know, 1,000? Oh, this is more than 1,000 in America. And how many of them just get resolved without having to result in police brutality? I don't know who the fuck I'm talking to. I feel like I'm talking to a kid and explaining how the fucking world works. That's how I talk to these motherfuckers on Facebook. I don't talk to them. Fuck them. You think they're going to change their mind? They better. Just a little bit. Just be like, well, you know, we just needed, like, you know, just one little group of this particular group. This section, this segment of this group that need to be weeded out. Like it is in all fucking groups except ISIS. There's no like, hey, some of the ISIS people, they're alright. Even still, they can be turned around. They go around doing TED Talks, being like, I used to be in ISIS, and now I see the way, and I'm not in ISIS anymore. And that's their speech. Which I think is cool. I think it's cooler if you could talk to people and get them out of ISIS. But I'm not a talker. Fuck people. Fuck talking. Even though I really should be. But yeah, I feel it's just really childish. I guess it literally is childish because I feel like I'm talking to a child. Like, you know, there's cops out there And it's a profession that some people get into. They make up this amount of the population, blah, blah, blah. And then within this particular group, this is how many of them are enacting police brutality and killing people unnecessarily or harming people unnecessarily, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking to an 8-year-old. It's fucking adult on Facebook saying this crap like, nah, man, all cops. I see the same thing on Facebook even. Like saying the same thing about, whatever group. Trans people, black people, moms, dogs, snowmen, whatever kind of group of people it is you're talking about. If you're just saying this like, yeah, all cats are bastards. That's true though. I do believe that. Fuck cats. Well, I do kind of like them, but they don't like me. Just like women. God, what the fuck am I talking? This is the fucking level of discourse that is going on online, where I have to talk about this sort of thing and say, really, the sky is blue, but then at night becomes black. It's like, because I was saying it's always blue. Oh God, I've been brought down a level. I've just realized this whole fucking podcast is a fucking sham. I've been brought down a level by this motherfucker on Facebook. I wonder about these people that say this and then they get involved in a circumstance. I mean, you see it in videos where people are like, yeah, fuck the police. And then something happens, like there's gunshots, like, help, call the police. These call the police people filming someone being, getting really irate and, what would you say, public drunkenness? Maybe not public drunkenness, but public being a fucktard. And just like, call the police. Call the police. Will you call the police? I think you can. Can you call while you're videoing? Maybe not, and that's why people need to call the police. No, that's why they say to someone else, call the police. Call the police. Call the police. Call the police. They say it so quickly I can't even hear what the fuck they're saying. I've already called the police anyway. Well, actually, no, I haven't, because fuck the police. ACAB, fuck them. We can take care of ourselves. Let's get out of this poor neighborhood. Back to our suburbs. We don't need the police there. No one needs the police anywhere. Ugh. And then you get an 8-year-old getting killed. Brilliant. I'm looking forward to the poor communities getting even poorer. But it's good for business. Good for the social justice business. The grievance industry. So that'll keep perpetuating. I hope this has been funny enough. I mean, that really is the main thing I'm trying to do with this podcast. Hey, just be really goofy, but also be like, hey, should I just get it on? I think I was saying this in the last podcast. What we really need to... I think this podcast is actually just a bunch of... I'm probably virtue signaling right now as well. It seems like I am, because that's what you got to do. I guess it's like, if there were people on Facebook going, you know what, Black Lives... Nah, fuck them. Like, black people just don't matter. They just don't matter. And you're like, after a while, you got to be like, you know what? What's with these people? No, black people do matter. Of course their lives matter. I haven't seen that. I've never fucking seen that. I've never seen anyone on the internet, except on 4chan a few times, but not on Facebook. I haven't seen people just about, black people, they can die and I just don't care. They can die in any kind of way. I mean, it doesn't matter. Even if they all died, all the ones in America died, I'd just be like, I just don't care. I don't care at all. I mean, maybe it should happen. I haven't seen that on Facebook. I've seen it on 4chan, of course. I don't know why there needs to be a reiteration of something so fucking obvious, like the phrase Black Lives Matter. Like, yeah, okay, you're right, yeah. Anyway, let's not get into a discussion about the actual organization, because, oh boy. I want to go on their Twitter page and see what they've been saying about deaths recently. Oh, it's by a black guy. Never mind. Alright. Is this getting too political? This is getting too fucking long. 25 minutes of this fucking rambling. I hope... I said certain things, like I rehearsed the podcast in my head, but then it doesn't go as well as when I say it. Bummer. Wish I could just plug my brain into the computer. Well, that'll be a reality soon. But even still. Yeah, no, I understand. You could download a podcast in just a second. It's in your head. Oh, that would be very handy. I don't know how that would work though, because every podcast I listen to, I forget about it. Like, I don't know what they were talking about. I'm forgetting everything. It all just goes through my brain like a goldfish. Got the memory of a goldfish because I drink like a goldfish. Oh God, I need some booze. I'm seriously going to get something to drink because I'm getting something to eat as well. Alright, fuck it. That's it. I've only got another week of alcoholism, and then I'm moving on to another addiction. Hooray! And I think this new addiction will probably help me lose weight. Just want to lose some of that bloat. Like, luckily I'm not drinking a lot of beer. I'm trying to stick to mostly whiskey. But let's see how we go. Oh God. Yeah, maybe we should get started. I do want to be not drunk right now, just a little bit drunk. I want a bit of the edge off. I'm feeling it now. Why am I awake? When I woke up this morning, when I woke up earlier today, I got out of bed and I'm just like so angry. I was lying in bed for a little while, but I got out and I was just so angry. Like, God damn it. Another day. What have I got to do today? God. What did I say? God, Jesus. What did I say? Jesus motherfucking shit. I said something like that. That's right as I got out of bed. I didn't used to do that. Just angry. It's not a bad way to start the morning though. I mean the day, morning. I don't experience mornings anymore. But getting out of bed angry, like you feel motivated, you know? You go through a bit quicker. Better than just like getting out and being sleepy and like, oh, I wonder what to do. And then you just go through like the next 30 minutes, you're not even really doing anything. You're not even like a human being. The anger is... That's why I don't drink coffee. I don't drink any caffeine. I have anger instead to wake me up. And it works. Today's gone by okay so far. I don't think I'm going to have any problems. Well, I fucking jinxed it now. Something's going to happen. I'm just going to be like, fuck. Get so angry. My whole day will be ruined. I don't care for days. Who cares if a day is ruined? Days aren't like epic things that come by. Like, it's just one day, do a few things, then the next day. Maybe I will do something important today. I mean, I have a video that I've been working on for like... I guess I talked about this in the last podcast. It doesn't matter. Like, working on for... I've been editing it for 3 months? Probably longer. And I've basically been researching as well. Like, in its entirety, 6 months... No, more than 6... Like 8 months. Jesus Christ. I mean, I've been working on it slow, but that might finally get released today. Maybe. I'm busy. And I'm also procrastinating. Not a good mix. Anyway, I have a bit of editing to do on this podcast, but I shouldn't be talking about that. Do people talk about that in podcasts that I've been listening to? They say, oh, I need to do this, and I need to do that. I don't know what accent I have right now. Yeah, it's alright to, like, put on an accent, but it's not a real accent, so people are like, oh, I don't know who you're making fun of, so I guess it's not racist. I can't do accents, like, even if they're not even that exaggerated. I can't do accents out of my race. I can do Scottish, I can do British, Welsh, and I can even do Italian, and I have no Italian blood as far... I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty definite, because I'm not attractive at all. I don't tan well. I'm definitely Welsh, and a bit of Irish. So Italian... Spanish? Yeah, like of a Spaniard, as they're called. Is it? I don't know. But someone from Spain. What else? German? I can do French. All those accents, all these countries, even if there's like none of their blood in me, perfectly fine. No problem. Do an Indian accent. Uh-oh. Not allowed. None of the Asian ones either. Can't do black. Can't do African at all. No African. No Caribbean. No Polynesian, Islander, any of the islands in the world. None. But if I had a little bit of Polynesian in me, a little bit of New Zealand or whatever in me, it's like, oh, alright, I can do a New Zealand accent. It's perfectly fine. I also think that doing New Zealand accent is considered bad, but it wouldn't be as bad as Africa. Or let's say a Jamaican accent, that'd be more recognizable, I suppose. But what about South African? But that's the thing, because you think of them as being white. Is that outside of my race? I guess not. If that's what we're referring to as South African, what the fuck am I even talking about? But no, going back, this New Zealand seemed less offensive than Jamaican because Jamaicans are more black than New Zealanders? Is it because New Zealand is closer? Why is that? All I know is that if I did a Jamaican accent at all, that's it. I'd lose everything. I'd get killed. I'd be lynched in the streets. I'd be fucking vivisected. I'd be garroted. I'd be, flayed. They cut me open while I'm still alive and crucify me. And I'd be alright. I can't wait for those days. Anyway, all I'm going to say now is beer can. Did I say beer can in a British accent or bacon in a Jamaican accent? It's got to be one way or the other, otherwise I'm a racist or I'm not. It's like Schrodinger's racist cat. That's who I am. God, this has been the longest podcast. Why am I still rattling on? This is bullshit. And I shouldn't even be saying this right now. I should cut all this out as well, and I should cut out what I'm saying about cutting it out, because it's bullshit. No one wants to hear this. Not even me, and I'm my only audience. Alright, yeah, really, I'm out. I'm gonna buy some dinner. And drink a beer. Get started. Oh, I want to get started. Gotta go. I should have got started. I should have been pissed before doing this. Maybe another time, once I start drinking earlier.